Brooklyn Pride, in fact, was founded in 1996, and it's a nonprofit volunteer organization that's produced the annual event during National Gay Pride Month in June of each year. Now, what began as a small gathering is now one of the largest national pride events, spanning Prospect Park West to Fifth Avenue and Park Slope, and drawing thousands of residents and visitors to our borough.
The week-long activities kick off this Sunday, June 5th, with the big outdoor parade happening on Saturday, June 11th. Here to tell us about all the festivities is Brooklyn Pride's board co-chair, Mickey Heller. Mickey, thank you very much for being on BK Live.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course. Happy Pride Month.
Thank you. And being an old friend of Brian's, it's good to see you again, Brian.
You're not that old. It's fine.
Oh, I've earned each one of these gray hairs, let me tell you.
So 1996, this thing started, like we said, is a small group of people getting together saying, you know what, why should we have to go over to Manhattan? We have like needs and we can celebrate here. So what's that evolution been like?
Well, having been with Pride now for about 9 years, I've had a chance to meet some of the founders. In fact, one of our board members, Jerry Allred, was one of the founding members, he and Sonia Galarza. And we just honored them at our gala back in March at the Grand Prospect Hall, where we make your dreams come true.
Love that place.
But they started off as a small group of people, as you said, and they saw the need for people who didn't want to go into Manhattan, who knew that Brooklyn is a much more intimate place. So we basically, or they, started much more intimately. They started with a festival in Prospect Park. It expanded to a parade, a run, and now here we are 20 years later with anywhere from 30 to 40,000 people coming to watch our parade and coming to our festival and participating to our 5K run on Saturday morning, which is now sold out.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
That's always a good one.
Congratulations. What's unique about the events or attitudes that happen in Brooklyn Pride?
Well, I think our former borough president, Marty Markowitz, said it best. If you're in Brooklyn, you don't need to go anyplace else. But Brooklyn has its own identity. Here in Brooklyn, we're a much more intimate, much more family-oriented organization. So while we love our sister organization, New York City Pride, and we've been there, and I've marched in their 4.5-hour-long parade, our parade will be about an hour and a half long. Yeah. We start at Fifth Avenue on 9th Street, and we have a lot of family organizations, including the 5th Brooklyn Scouting Troop will be there. We'll have the Kings County Fife and Drum Corps. We have our primary sponsor, AIDS Healthcare Foundation, but it's much more family-friendly.
It's a much more human scale, too. Like, you see your friends and neighbors and the guys from the bank and the woman from the post office, like, everyone is out, and it's a family all-day thing into a nighttime parade.
We even have a family fun zone, which we used to call our kids space, but at Fifth Avenue between 3rd and 4th Street, which is the J.J. Byrne Washington Park, we have Camp Highlight, who's coming and volunteering to run our kids space, or family fun zone. And they'll be having face painters and events and graphic and arts and crafts for the kids. So it really is an incredible day for the whole family.
But can we talk about how it's not just the day for the family or the parade or the festival or the run? This is something that volunteers are committed to keeping going 365 days a year. People don't wake up on the morning of the parade and say, oh, Brooklyn Pride.
Anybody who works with a nonprofit organization knows it's all about the volunteers. And we cherish them highly. We start planning everything probably the week after Pride ends. Yeah. And we do actually have year-round events. We started a monthly event about 2 or 3 years ago called Dine with Pride, where we just come together at a different restaurant around Brooklyn the first Tuesday of every month. We just invite people to come, and the restaurant donates a portion of the proceeds to Brooklyn Pride. It's kind of a give and take, because we try and find a day where restaurants are slow, like a Tuesday night, and we'll bring in a crowd of people so they make money, and then they're able to donate a portion back to Brooklyn Pride. Yeah. We also are looking to starting other events throughout the year.
Very cool.
So, Mickey, as you look at the LGBTQ movement, what are some of your thoughts on the success and the challenges that lie ahead?
There have been a lot of successes. We really should be very thankful. I mean, we have marriage equality now. The Supreme Court, thank goodness for them. They came and they made it. But we've got to be careful not to rest on the laurels. There are a lot of things that we still need to see happen. There are individual states now that are trying to mask political freedom laws or religious freedom laws, which are really taking away LGBT rights. We know in North Carolina what's going on in other states throughout the country. And we cannot stop being vigilant. Our transgender population, our family of transgender individuals, especially our transgender women of color, are basically still being attacked around the country. And we have to stay vigilant and bring out causes to create safe spaces and ways to protect.
So you guys always do a good job of looking back at that history and bringing us up till now. I mentioned that you honored last year Chaz and her partner, who we just saw
Chaz
in
and Jean,
the
yeah.
package now. So what's on tap for this year? Who are
Well,
you guys giving shout-outs to?
Our Grand Marshals this year are Griot Circle, which is the LGBT Elders of Color, which we love very much. They were here a couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
And City Councilman Danny Drum, even though he is from Queens, he was the first openly gay city council person. He's been a big supporter of Brooklyn Pride, as he was one of the founders of Queens Pride, who is our sister organization. And also the Honorable Deborah Silber, who is the first openly gay Supreme Court judge in New York. And that's our Saturday Grand Marshals. Also, the borough president has his honors on Monday night, where he's honoring Hedrick Martin Institute, which is an incredible organization I think you know something about. There's our wonderful borough president there. He's also honoring Gay Men of African Descent, GMAD. This is their 30th anniversary. And he's also honoring one more. Oh, I'm going to lose track.
They're honored to be honored.
Yes, Monday night. I've got my notes right here. Monday evening.
In the handy Pride Guide 20 that we have.
Audra Lorde Project. Yes.
Three great organizations.
Three incredible organizations showing diversity, showing interest. And it's important to give value to the organizations that are serving. You mentioned volunteers. It is so important that we cherish our volunteers from every organization, because they do all the grunt work. Yes, I'm a shameless plug for Brooklyn Pride.
That's what you're here for.
The whole program is phenomenal. It lets you know all of the great people who are partnering with it, including BRIC right here.
Yep.
Page 35.
That's right, page 34, yeah.
34 to 35, but happy to be partners in this with you. I want to know what you're most excited about. I know it's a lot of work, but on the day of the parade, I see you running up and down the street, doing lots of stuff. What are you most excited and looking forward to?
Well, there are a couple of things I'm very excited about. The first event on Saturday is our run, our 5K run, and for the fourth year in a row, we're actually sold out. About 6 or 7 years ago, we were struggling to get people to run, and now it's one of the hot ticket items in town. And of course, I'm a little partial to the parade. That's my baby, and it's been for years. And I'm working now to get the lineup in order and have to balance the floats and the loud music from the individual small organizations like Lesbian History Archives, as opposed to the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. They're bringing a big float or a double-decker bus with loud music. So you have to balance that and get the order together and get them out to everybody. I'm also very proud this year, for the first time, we're having a comedy show. Really? The stand-up comic Lois Thompson on Thursday night at Branded Saloon on Vanderbilt Avenue in Prospect Heights. Another shameless plug. In Prospect Heights, she is producing this comic show with about 7 or 8 stand-up comics. That it's going to be an incredible time. And it's free. Every event during the week is free.
Phenomenal.
We also have for the first time, 2 official after parties. One is at Club Analog on 14th and 2nd, and that's being done by the Saint at Large. And then we also have Hot Rabbit Productions is doing at Lot 45 in Bushwick. They're doing an after party.
Their bartender is here, Lot 45. Just that good synergistic moment. Who's going
How do you like that for another shameless plug?
Well, we want to say congratulations, but also thank you for all this wonderful work that you do. It's no small feat to put this all together. I know you have teams of people doing it, but thank you, Mickey, because this advocacy that you do and just organization that you do, I think is really special for the borough and for the country. Am I right?
Well, let me quickly plug. We're always looking for volunteers. You can check us out at www.brooklynpride.org or on Facebook, Brooklyn Pride. Come and join us, be a part of it, especially Sunday in Queens. We're going to be carrying that big flag this Sunday at Queens Pride Parade. We need people to come help us carry that huge parade. And if you show up, you'll get a free T-shirt from Brooklyn Pride.
If you need any other incentive, thank you, Mickey Heller. Thanks to the folks at Brooklyn Pride. We'll see you at the parade.
Look forward to it.
Don't forget to wear your sunscreen. And come and put your feet up on the 14th when the parade is over, right here at our community town hall. Pride 2020. Shameless plug.
Going plug for plug.
Wow.
Thank you, Mickey. Great job.